Well, I've got some big news stories for you, especially if you're a cruiser, you might be interested in these. I've got one cruise line who's been rumored to be making some new ships, but they are actually going to be smaller and not larger this time. I've also heard that a cruise line is making some very big updates to their private island, which I'm actually pretty excited about, and I can't wait to tell you. And the third one really surprised me. Is Royal Caribbean been issued a stop work order? Let's talk about it. So if you're new here, we're the Tailors on the Go. Welcome to our channel. We just take you along on some of our adventures in travel, and occasionally I give you a news update that is interesting to me, so I thought it might be interesting to you. Enjoy these quick news stories. Give this video a thumbs up, and if you don't mind, consider subscribing to the channel. Okay, so the first story is about the new ships. So Royal Caribbean has finally confirmed that they are planning a new class of ships called the Discovery class. Right now, there's not a whole lot of information that they have put out there, except that we won't even see the first new ship in the class until 2029. And then the second one they've confirmed for 2032. Like I said, they haven't confirmed many details of this, but I believe it was the president that might have made a comment about to think exotic when you think about these ships, think bold. He is looking at sending these ships to different destinations. Think Mediterranean, think Alaska, Panama Canal cruises. So with that being said, they have not confirmed that these ships are going to be smaller. However, if they are planning on putting these ships through the Panama Canal, they are obviously going to have to be smaller than the Icon class ships that are out right now. So I am very excited to kind of see what those are, because we have been on one of the larger ships. I think we went on Wonder of the Seas already, and we might have plans to go on Utopia in the future. As much as I do love those ships, I actually prefer a smaller ship. So I am very excited about seeing what they have to offer coming up. All right, the second news story I told you about is a private island getting some really big updates. All right, this one is MSC. I know we don't talk a lot about MSC, especially here on this channel, because it's not one of our favorites. We have sailed on it before. We actually sailed on the MSC Seascape, and I'm gonna link those videos in the description below if you're interested in checking them out. But again, not our favorite. However, we did really enjoy their private island, and their private island is called Ocean Cay Marine Reserve. So it looks like some of these updates will be, I guess, open to the public around late 2027. And some of the things that MSC has confirmed for this private island is an adult area, and they named it Paradise Sands, which I'm all about an adult area personally. So hopefully that will be amazing and beautiful, and hopefully there will be cabanas to rent and day beds and all those things that the other cruise lines have on their private island. But again, no details yet. We just know a few things that they've put out. One of the other things that they have confirmed, there will be 4 new eating locations. I believe I've read that there will be a new restaurant, as well as some sort of food market, maybe. Not sure what that is exactly, as well as new buffet areas. So that is exciting. More places to eat on an island is always a good upgrade, in my opinion. They've also announced that they are going to do updates to their kids area. Again, wonderful, definitely needed. Looks like they're gonna be implementing a splash pad. They mentioned a ropes course, which ought to be quite interesting. I'm trying to look. They also talked about a playground. And they're also talking about doing more conservation experiences, which I think is another great idea, because one of the things about Ocean Cay, however you pronounce it, if you haven't been there already, they do have a very strong presence in marine conservation, which is wonderful. So any more experiences that they'll bring for that, maybe in the form of an excursion, I'm not really sure, maybe education. It'll be interesting to see those facts come out and what they're going to do here in hopefully this near future, especially with maybe that being open late 2027. Spoiler alert, I also read that MSC has actually confirmed that they are planning on building a second private island. This was news to me. Somehow I missed this news story, so maybe you did too. Now, there is definitely not any other information on this except that it is adjacent to Ocean Cay Marine Reserve. So obviously close by. I don't know where, I don't know when, I don't know any of that information, but it is exciting to know that they are planning on putting in another private island. Also, I failed to mention that one of the other upgrades they're doing to the private island is putting in another pier so that they can have 2 ships there at the same time. Now, the third and last news story I have for you is about Royal Caribbean and their new Perfect Day Mexico location. And it really surprises me that I can't find more information about this. I would have thought every YouTube cruise vlogger out there would have been jumping on this news story, but somehow I've missed it. So I'm going to bring to you what I know, which is very little, unfortunately. But this news story actually broke about 5 days ago, and I was kind of waiting to see if I would get some more information or more information would come out. But so far, this is all I have. So if you don't already know, Royal Caribbean is making a new Perfect Day Mexico, which will be at the Costa Maya cruise port, if I'm not mistaken. And according to what I'm reading, a Mexican federal judge has issued a temporary stop work order on that project. I don't quite understand the legal information that's out there about this, but from what I can understand, it looks like they are giving the government time to review some of the permits that have been issued and the legality of those permits. They were expecting this to just take a short amount of time, but like I said, this news story broke 5 days ago and I have not seen any updates since. So at the time of filming, this is all the information I have. But I do wonder, will this delay the opening of Perfect Day Mexico? I guess we'll wait and see, and depends on how long this stop work order lasts. But thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoy these news stories, and we will see you on the next adventure.